Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today we're doing something really quick, so hold on to your hats. People have asked what the major differences between the bishop and the deacon are, and it's already probably pretty obvious to you. The bishop is a pretty good sized knife. It is more in your medium heavy duty line, and both of them have a similar look because of the bolstered and carbon fiber, and yes, they have names from the same genre, so if you want the entire church family, you're going to have to buy them both. And they're both M390. Major differences: this one is tip up left or right hand, this one is tip up right hand only. They have a little indent down there for the pocket clip where they've milled out a little spot for it on this one. This one does not, and it is drilled on this side. Other than that, finish differences, of course, and that's really your basic differences besides size. Both we have a blade length of 3.23 on the Deacon, 3.45 on the bishop. The bishop obviously has a much taller blade, and they're both 4mm blade stock or .16, so not a lot of changes there. It's just, they did a good job of bringing two knives in two different categories together with a similar aesthetic. And whenever I first saw them months and months ago, it just felt to me like they belong together, and apparently there's been a lot of people that feel that way too. These are in the wild. I've already got some feedback from people that have purchased both of them, and they seem to be pretty happy with both. There's one issue we'll talk about here in a minute, but other differences besides size: we got a carbon fiber backspacer in this one, and we have a titanium one in this one. And this guy only weighs 2.7 ounces, where this guy weighs 3.88. This one will work for much larger hands. We have, both of them have fairly standard handle shapes, but whenever we go to measuring things, we come up, it was about 4 inches, I believe it was. Yeah, about 4 inches total into the first point. We're at about 3.7, where this guy is about 3.4. So be aware of that if you got really big hands. Other than that, fairly standard handle shapes on both knives that should fit for just about anybody out there that wants one, as long as you don't have super large hands for the Deacon. Other than that, the one big difference between the two knives is how the action feels. The Deacon is, most of the time, nearly every model I've seen is quick and snappy. I have heard of and seen one model with one model of the knife, one version of the knife, one copy, however you'd like to say it, that was a little bit slower of action because it didn't have quite as stiff a detent. You know, that could be fixed by either disassembling the knife, giving yourself some more lock bar tension, or possibly sending it into WE and getting a different lock bar insert put in it. However, knowing what's going on with these knives, I can tell you that the service department does not have any lock bar inserts as of yet for these. This one is a little slower. It's two things: it's a much bigger blade, and it's also where they put the flipper tab. Now, WE gets away with putting the flipper tab up there because everything else in the knife works exactly the way it should. So that is my one little, I want to say it's a quibble, but it's not, because they've made the knife work good. It's just not as good as it could be. However, it's not anything that anybody's going to be upset about It's just not as quick a flipper as some. You know, that all has to do with that math stuff about where this little thing ends up, right? But there you go, guys. I just wanted you to see the two of them together so that you could see that there is a pretty major size difference and there's a pretty major application difference. This is your gentlemanly everyday use knife, office carry, that sort of thing. And this, while it will work for that and does have, you know, nearly or pretty much office hand friendly jumping into such, this is definitely a more robust, harder used knife. Thickness behind the edge here is a smidge thicker at just over 20 thousandths, and when we measured this one it was just under, and that goes along with the reason for the knife. Just a little bit thicker edge on this one, and it is just a little bit. I think I measured it at 0.22 and then 0.24 at the tip. So purpose-built medium hard use knife here and purpose-built gents knife here. They just happen to have a lot of similarities in the way they look and the way they're designed, and well, that just makes it nice to have a pair, doesn't it? Anyhow, guys, have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell so you can catch all the videos that happen here. They're a little more irregular anymore, and also so you can catch Late Knife with Zell and Stazza whenever we do them. We try to get one a week or so, and we're not doing all that great, but we're trying. And that is where we do a live show for an hour or two. And yeah, we come into it with some topics to talk about, but a large part of that show is driven by you, the viewer, and the comments. We have started a show expecting to go this way, and through comments and questions, we've went the other way. And that's what it's all about, is having time to hang out with you guys. And that's what Late Night with Zell and Stazza is, and we hope to see you there. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your deacon and bishop, because if you got the whole church family there, what could go wrong? There's probably a demon coming. There has to be, right? Wonder if that one will be red. See you next time, guys.